Hi, this is Pray Love. I wanted to do a video not about a fragrance in particular, but about one note. And I think I'd like to do some videos about just one note and just ramble on about how the note is used normally. So I was there to talk about the note of Lily of the Valley. Why? Because even though I don't own that many fragrances that have that note in them, it is probably one of the scents that I love the most. For the story, since I was young, me and my grandmother at my house, we used to grow lily of the valley, and it is still there. And my parents' house and my grandmother is still there. And every time I go, and there's the lily of the valley with spread like a grew, I go. And when I go, I smell that incredible scent, which is the scent of muguet, the lily of the valley. It is incredible, so soft, a bit sweet, warm, a bit like creamy, very, very soft, like flowery. I love that smell. And I also like seek out to smells who have them. I particularly enjoy the Muguet Millésime by Guerlain, but I don't want to spend all that money to get it. But it's like a photorealistic but still very artistic way of demonstrating the beauty of the scent of the lily of the valley. I have like kissing burns 2.4 calories per minute when I work out, which is a scent which features, like the keynote is lily of the valley, because they thought that a kiss would taste and smell more like lily of the valley in vanilla and milk, which is kind of true and kind of beautiful too. Maybe a little history on lily of the valley. It is a flower that is highly symbolic, like many other flowers, but particularly in France, lily of the valley signifies the return of the spring. The 1st of May is the moment where they take the first batches of lily of the valley and distribute it to the population, traditionally. And they sing songs and everything. Lily of the valley symbolizes love, and in a way that was unheard of, because as the rose signifies love in the passion of the red, like red flower and the strong scent it gives, lily of the valley signifies love because the scent is so sweet and so nice and you want to get near it. But then if you eat lily of the valley, it is a bit poisonous. It won't kill you, but it is a bit poisonous. So what was said of that flower was that, like love, it smells good. It entices you to come and give a kiss. But as we can see with the insects, this kiss might be lethal. And it's like a poetic way of rendering love. So, but if you don't try to eat it, you can appreciate it a lot. And that is another thing that is important to learn about love. The Lily of the Valley is also featured in another fragrance I own that I really, really like, which is called L'Odyssée by Issey Miyake. L'Odyssée is a fragrance that is supposed to be super balanced and give off a peaceful, balanced vibe. There's spices, there's, but not too much. There's woods, but not too much. But it's mostly a white floral scent, featuring the keynotes of lily of the valley, probably jasmine, and lotus flower. It is beautiful. I recommend that you go and get some. It is also a note in the very complex oriental fragrance, Amen. Amen is so complex, and yet this note that is so subtle, that it's so sensitive, still manages to pierce through, to come and shine and glow, sometimes where you don't expect it. It is a beautiful scent. It is used in tons of white floral scents in general. And there's a lot of fragrances that are called muguet or lily of the valley, which are derived from this scent, this particular flower that looks like a bell, that is very slightly colored, not bold colored, very slightly colored, almost discolored, and that smells amazing. What it brings me to is like all those memories from childhood, but I also have in mind some of the movies which I love. It reminds me of some French movies that like a lot of people won't know, like Les Enfants du Marais with Jacques Villeray, like Jean de Florette with Gérard Depardieu. But it also reminds me of that sublime and Oscarized movie that is an Italian movie called Cinema Paradiso. I do not know why, but this sense of nostalgia, this sense of returning to the fundamentals of what is love and what love do you want to have for yourself, for your friends, for your loved ones, for your lovers. It's all different, but it's still all the same essence. And in this movie, it's beautifully well put. It's a movie that is masterfully directed, and I cannot help but cry in that movie. And if you see it, and if you have seen it, you will know the love theme, and you will know like that music that's the love theme from Ennio Morricone, and you know where it is, and you know you cry every time. It's a movie where a lot of people cry, but not in a super sad way. It's you cry in a like cathartic cry, in a very nice moment. It makes you feel more warm, and it makes me think of the lily of the valley, which brings me warmth and nostalgia and maybe a sense of catharsis. In these times, it is nice to have these scents that just brings you to a better place, a good place inside of you that remembers to love yourself, to love everyone around you. It is one of the most beautiful scent, one of the most beautiful flowers. So, anytime, go and try to get a hold of a real flower. The oil essences are good, but it's not the same. It's more dense, But if you have like real flowers, real of these flowers, just smell them. And when they come out in May or whatever the time, the place you are, come and have a look. Come and commune with nature, commune with the lily of the valley. It is important to sense and smell the scents of nature as they are intended to be smelled. And on this, I will say you spread love and spray love. Bye-bye.